welcome back to the Short Boys podcast with Matt and Brock here every single Wednesday at 2 p.m. We love it. We fucking love it. How you going, mate?
Hunky-dory. Very hunky-dory.
You're hunky-dory.
Yeah, hunky-dory.
Nice.
Meaning I'm great, doesn't it?
Hunky-dory. That's a great question.
Definition. I'm pretty sure it means...
I'm pretty sure it's like,
I'm great. I'm fantastic. I'm lovely.
Hunky-dory meaning is fine, going well. Everything's hunky-dory. Yep. So is everything hunky-dory in Brock Rigger's world?
That is.
That
could be a good word I use regularly now.
Hunky-dory.
Don't mind it.
That's very hunky-dory.
Yeah. If it was just one of them, maybe.
Yeah, it's
dory.
a bit long, eh?
Yeah, it's too long. Way too long.
Come on.
Are you hunky-dory?
Yeah, always hunky-dory. Been
staying on the wild side?
Yeah, been staying on the wild side. It was a pretty large weekend for myself.
Yep. Let's get into it.
Yeah, we will get into it. And I just had something to say before I got into it, and it was, is it really, really loud, these things today, or is that just me?
I think it's just you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, obviously, I said last week that I was going to the races on the weekend that just went, and I feel like you spend so much time getting really, really excited to do something like that. So say it's a Monday or Tuesday, and you know you've got something really good on the weekend. Yep. You know you're going to have great fun with your mates all week. You're looking forward to it. It's just keeps you up at night sometimes. Like, oh, fuck, I'm keen.
Especially the Friday night.
Yeah, especially the Friday night. You struggle to sleep on a Friday night, tossing and turning. And then the day finally comes. The day flies, just goes like that, goes so quick.
Yeah.
And then the next 3 days, you hate yourself.
Oh, yeah.
And you sort of look back at it and go, was it worth it? Like, was it worth it to feel like this?
You have...
I'm hungover. You know, I feel like shit. I'm just a fat mess. You have all these thoughts in your head and you're just like, wow. Like, I spent all week looking forward to it. It went in about 20 seconds and then now you're just sitting here feeling sorry for yourself.
There's two answers to your question there, mate.
Yeah.
First one, you're not fat, mate. Just we'll leave it there, all right? So you're beautiful, all right?
Thank you, man.
Second one is, if I have a weekend on the piss,
Yeah.
I feel like a piece of shit.
It's just a vicious cycle, isn't it? And then I'm never doing it again. And then 2 weeks from now,
I can't drink because I get that much anxiety the next day, like I've done something just fucked up. Like
you probably have. So.
I hope
no, you're not usually too bad. Usually you're all right.
That's what I mean. I'm pretty good because I don't drink heavily because I don't want that feeling the next day.
See, I'm a very outgoing, very loud person.
You get into it.
So I'm always got that feeling the next day of the fuck.
You're every time I go out and piss on you, you're like, you're good. And then you go your separate ways for the day and then you end up catching up
later on.
And you're a different world. Every time, I see you normal, and then every time I come back, you're at a different level.
There's been a couple. I think remember that festival on New Year's. It's like I seen you right at the start because we didn't go with each other, and then I seen Brock right at the start, all good, and then seen him later. I would have been absolutely sauced.
Yeah, it was literally straight away we got there.
Yeah.
And then I went off
the last 5 minutes.
It was after New Year's.
Yeah.
Because I just had my New Year's kiss.
Oh, wow.
And then I look over and this is a mosh pit full of, how many people do you reckon? 2,000.
Oh, mate, heaps. Rufus' soul is going
And
off.
I look over and I see Matt's beautiful face and I said, I'm going to make a charge for Matt. Charge for the
and
pack.
I turn around, it's Brock. Oh, I love it first
sight. Happy New Year's. And so let's start your day off by, what did you do on Saturday straight away?
I went to my mate Joel picked me up. Joel, you were with Joel. Yep. He picked me up. Big friend of the podcast.
Big Dan there with you?
Big Dan was there. Yep, he met us down there. Went down to Curto's place, had some pre-drinks, set the swag up, and then got in the maxi and off we went.
Off you went.
It was great stuff.
How's the maxi? Any pig stops?
Oh, I'm terrible in a maxi. I actually can't hold it anymore.
Really?
I was telling Dan, I was texting Dan because Dan's obviously 7 foot, so he had to sit in the front seat.
Oh, he's a big boy.
And he wouldn't fit on well in this podcast. And I was texting Dan going, bro, can you please tell this Uber, this maxi guy to stop at Nudgy Macca's? I need to piss so bad.
The taxi driver will not say no to Dan.
Oh, he told Dan to fuck off, apparently.
Did he?
Yeah, well, Dan asked him, and then Dan turned around and said, did one of those ones to me, and then I texted him at 10 minutes later and said, bro, tell him I've got a weak bladder, I've got to go. And then apparently the guy on the front said if he's got a weak bladder, he should stop drinking in the back then or something like that. And then brushed us, and then we're nearly there, and I'm like, Dan, just tell him to pull over a bit early so I can make a run for the bushes, man. It was, Dan was just the messenger, man.
Dan's a big friendly giant.
He's a big friendly giant, so he didn't like the confrontation, but... And then got to the races and saw the one and only Hainsey.
Great Hainsey.
The first race, we're sitting up in the grandstand.
Follower of the show now. Friends on Instagram.
Friends on Instagram, follower of the show. And I saw Hainsey from 200 metres away. I was sitting up in the grandstand and I said...
It's like an eagle.
Said to the boys, is that fucking Hainsey down there? And the boys go, yeah. I said, wow, that's huge.
Why was he up in Queensland?
He lives in Queensland.
Does he?
Yeah, he just travels down to the Chook Pen every weekend.
Fuck.
Yeah.
He is the leader of that Chook Pen.
He's a diehard, man. Gave me all the inside information of all the, alleged things that have been happening in punters and dribblers. Obviously, you a member of punters and dribblers?
No, I'm not.
He put a couple videos in there letting the punters and dribblers know that he will be back in the group as soon as possible.
Yeah, a few little things need to get sorted out.
1,000 reacts on the thing. It just went absolutely off in punters and dribblers.
Apparently, it's the most reacted thing in the...
I'd be up there.
Yeah.
He'd be up there. They were all happy to see Hainsey, but... what you see is what you get with Hainsey.
Is he in good spirits? That's the main thing.
He's in great spirits.
That's good.
He's pretty keen to jump on the podcast. He said
love
he's got a friend that lives local, so he's happy to kill two birds, one stone, he was saying. But he was great. Great to yarn to, the Hainsey.
Well, then Hainsey thinks sounds like he's got his head switched on then if he can...
He does.
Thinking eyes up there.
He is, and he's just the leader of the Chook Pen. He sees it, I think I remember him saying he sees it as an investment.
Yeah.
Just going out
especially
of the
Nick
every weekend.
Politis.
So
if he gets on Nick Politis' radar,
he could get some free tickets for Hainsey.
Maybe even more. Free cars.
I did tell him a couple of times the Roosters are shit and he didn't like it.
Nah.
But he was good. It was pretty funny. I spoke to him for a little while, but just great to see him, in the midst of what's been happening. It's probably the perfect time to see Hainsey. You know what I mean?
When you sent me the photo, I was like, what the fuck? It was so random. Because I thought he lived down in New South Wales.
No, he's a Queensland boy. He's a Queensland boy.
Does he go for Queensland?
I didn't ask him that, actually.
I should have.
Didn't ask him that.
I feel like he might go for New South Wales. I have a feeling.
I don't know. Reach out, Hainsey. And I also saw Day Sports. Shout out Day Sports. Great to meet him. Chris was his name. Yep. Hope I didn't get that wrong. Pretty sure his name was Chris. Friend of the show as well. So shout out Day
Friend of his show.
Friend of his show. He's a friend of our show. And he's been there since day one. So it sort of matches with Day one. So
talking about Day one, I just want to let all the listeners know I was always a Day one of the Wallabies.
Yeah.
I'm not just jumping on this bandwagon.
No, and we've made it pretty clear that we've been big Wallabies guys since birth almost, and we've made that very clear on the podcast.
We knew big things are always happening in the Wallabies. People talking a lot of shit about them, but we always stood, strong about them, didn't we?
Yeah. No, it was great to see a famous victory.
Yeah.
What do you think of Sua'ali'i? Because I saw he got man of the match. I didn't watch the game because I was camping at Kurt's house. I was probably actually still out of Brisbane. I think it kicked off 1:30 or something. But
yeah, it was very early. Well, it was a really where were you when game, wasn't it? And
it was.
I was struggling to sleep at my girlfriend's house because she doesn't have an aircon, and it was a very, very hot night, and I could not sleep. And I just remembered, geez, rugby's on. Wallabies.
Do you watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, true. That's huge for Brocky. You're not a big Union guy.
I'm not.
Wow.
So rugby is the one. It's getting into his work because I don't watch Union, and I thought I'd jump on. One thing I don't like. Yeah. You can't get it. You got to pay for it.
Yeah,
I had to pay for it.
It's actually that is.
Couldn't fucking find it anyway. Code didn't have anything, so I had to pay for Stan Sport.
So you got a subby for it?
Yeah.
Holy
unsub
shit,
straight away because I know I won't be watching any Union.
So free trial and then just got rid of it. You just wanted to watch the Sua'ali'i.
But
did you think he was... I didn't watch the game, but he got man of the match and then people are saying in the comments like he didn't do heaps. But that's sort of Union, I feel. Like no one does heaps.
Yeah. I think I was like 15 minutes late into it.
Okay.
As soon as I clicked it on, they hit it to Sua'ali'i.
Yeah.
And that try set up how he does that goosey and hits it out.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I've seen in the rugby union. I'm just like, holy fuck.
He's an animal. He's an animal.
And it just made me so happy. Like, I know I just fucking hate... We always give union shit, but it's good to see leagueies going over there dominating.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I love to see it.
Rugby Australia's just there frothing going, fuck, we need to get more of these
I've never seen so many eyes on the game.
Yeah, dead set. He's blew
I never have because I was never a union boy.
Yeah.
So it was the most I've ever seen eyes on the game. But yeah, I thought Sua'ali'i was good. Like you said before, a lot of not many people shine out. So I don't know if it's just because I was watching him. It looked like he was doing a lot.
Eyes were on him, but if you got man of the match, it might obviously there could have been a little bit of politics in there, but he still got man of the match, so he didn't do nothing.
He was the only one doing freakish things.
Yeah, okay.
So that could have... I'm not being biased,
Yeah, very true. Well, think about it. If he get, everyone's saying, it's like they paid him too much money.
Yeah.
Young Brock Grigor paid for a Stan subscription.
Exactly.
Which would go back into Rugby Australia somehow, you'd think. Somehow.
That's 1:30 Saturday night too.
Yes. Think about how many other people did that.
Yeah.
And I know you cancelled your subscription, but
there's a
next
good chance.
Next time you might go back for one more game.
Yep.
Or there might have been people out there that didn't cancel the subscription, just kept it.
Yeah.
Rugby Australia's, they could have made
Exactly
the 1.5 million just off people buying it.
Jersey sales, mate, too. Bums on seats.
Yeah, bums on seats. Great for the game.
And the world's talking about him. That's all I can see.
He's a specimen, bud, isn't he? He's an absolute specimen. And I'm actually a little bit disappointed after seeing that game, especially, and sort of like his aerial stuff, because there was at least 2 tap backs off kickoffs, and then that
cheat code.
Little drop ball thing that he did. But I'm a little bit disappointed that he's played for I feel like he's a bit wasted. Like, he went out and did that in his debut and he never set he was good in league, but not epic. Imagine if he was at a team where he could play fullback or along those lines. A little bit disappointed we didn't get to see that.
I say he will go in the fullback, you'd think, won't he? I think it's just warming him in.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know the position.
I sort of thought he'd play 13, but 15 he probably could.
See, what's 13? What's that? It's just
outside
like a centre.
Yeah, it's different in Union, but because the centres stand next to each other.
Oh, okay.
So that there's no...
It's like a second row.
Yeah, so the halves aren't one side. It's not a 6 on one side, 7 on the other. They just swing
both
whatever
sides.
side. Yeah, so
okay.
it goes like you got your... talking in league, you've got your hooker that passes the ball out, and then you've got your first receiver, then you've got your inside centre, then your outside centre, then your winger.
Yeah.
And whatever side's the open side or whatever, they usually swing for their backline plays and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's very different.
I didn't mind watching it. I don't know if that was just a good game to watch.
I think it was very high scoring, fair bit going on.
Even the big boys in the middle, they were doing some tip on.
Yeah, there's a bit about Union, bro.
Yeah,
come on,
and then
man.
Fucking shout out Tate. Is it Tate?
Tatey McDermott. He's Sunny Coast boy. We need to get him on.
Bro, he's like a Harry Grant.
Yeah,
he came off the bench.
Yeah.
Straight away, made a couple of
Tate McDermott. He's been playing for a little while too.
He reminds me of Harry Grant. Just comes out of like, because it's like the 9 in what he plays, and he just comes out, throws a dummy, and goes for the line.
He's got a little bowl cut too, doesn't he, the young fella? He's good. He's Sunny Coast boy, as I said.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
get him on.
Went to, I think he had either Grammar or Flinders or something like that. So, Tate McDermott. Shout out to you, bro.
Not bad name. Very Union name, isn't it?
It is a Union. He's got a Union haircut and stuff too. You can just tell they're all private school Union players.
A lot of private school boys, especially up here.
Like, there's no gross mullets or
it's just bowl cuts,
neck tats and stuff like that getting around, the Wallabies.
Nah.
Oh, far out. Righto,
I just want to quickly say something.
Yeah.
I seen just before we jumped on the potty, mate. It's Brendan Wakeham cleared of drug claim.
I saw that.
Yeah.
He's innocent. Shout out to you.
What the fuck? How's he innocent?
I don't know, because they found everything in his car or in his. Remember they found it all at training
in his bag, yeah,
and they seized it.
Very strange situation. I say there'll be a lot more developing over the weeks. Probably after we get off the podcast, there'll be a lot more coming out.
Yeah, but that's really random. So he was innocent. How can you be innocent when you've got it caught with all on you? I don't know.
And I've seen he's free to negotiate with clubs.
This is right at the bottom. Not sure what Brendan will move into in his next stage of life, but he's free to negotiate. Yeah. November 1's come around, so he's free. Righto, NRL. So earlier today, the NRL on 9 was reporting that there's a new kickoff rule, and then I saw about 10 minutes before that the NRL shut it down.
Okay, that's good.
But it's sort of telling me that something will happen. Whether or not it'll be that, not sure. But this was sort of what you said a couple months ago, wasn't it?
But it's kind of.
It was along those lines, wasn't it?
It was. I think what I said, it was like if you kick it from the 10 in goals.
Yeah, not the 20. Yeah, they said the 20. Yeah,
if you kick it from the 10 in goals, it's just a free play the ball on the 20.
Yeah.
But then if you get in that from 10 to halfway to play on.
It would be so... Imagine if this was the new rule that was to come in. Imagine how it would change the kickoffs that the players would do.
Yeah.
Would they do heaps of short ones, heaps of just torps up, low grubber kicks and stuff, trying to get it to go dead? It changes that sort of aspect.
Yeah. Another interesting thing... Do you reckon they would ever make it to stop the chance of getting tackled, so collision?
Yeah.
Have like a height rule? So you got to kick it
real.
like you got to kick it this certain height. So then it gives time for the defenders to get down.
They wouldn't be able to measure it. You wouldn't think.
Nah, that's what I mean. If eventually technology finds its way in rugby league.
Yeah, but we can't even rule a pass these days.
Yeah,
man,
that is true. That's probably number one.
Tell them how far they kick the ball up. Yeah, I don't know, because if they did that new kickoff rule, because you saw what it did with the short dropout, everyone just started doing it.
Yeah,
it's like fuck. I don't want to imagine that off a kickoff. Imagine kickoffs just turning into short kickoffs.
Well,
that would just kill you, man. That'd suck.
A thriving Cabo Snakes under 18s team.
Yeah,
back in the day.
Yes.
Every kickoff we did was a short, high kickoff.
Oh, that would just annoy the shit out of me.
We got it back every time, nearly. It was a trick play.
That was the play.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's kind of like, did you ever watch Intrust we got with the Ipswich Jets? I think it was 2015 when they won the state champs and everything.
No.
The Walker brothers were coaching, and
that's all they did?
It was a trick play. The defenders would hate it because they knew it was coming and they couldn't do anything about it.
It's like a rugby league live 4 strategy, isn't it? Just kick it short and try and get it back.
I never could kick it short in rugby league live.
Yeah, I'm just made that up. I don't know if you could either.
You could, but it was fucking hard.
Yeah.
But I hated it in Origin because us Queenslanders, we fucking had so much pressure on them. And then New South Wales kick it to Lomax.
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean.
And they'll go top coming out.
Well, it'll nearly change. If that new rule was to happen and the way that it would sort of moved was there'd be short kickoffs, the wingers, it would nearly change the position of wingers and centres, wouldn't it?
Definitely
the value of taller ones.
Yeah.
Because it's a game changer if you can get every single kickoff back. It would make the scores blow out.
It would even be more interesting than that. Do you have your top stat still on the wing, but then even have your second rollers go outside the wing for the kickoffs?
Well, it would change something. It could be, I don't know, the NRL could just be, I know that they said it might not happen or that it's not going to happen, but I hope that they really look into it and like sort something out so then it doesn't turn into something like what we've just said there. But that's you get a phone call.
Oh, fuck you. Sorry about that, guys. My phone rung and just fucked us.
Yeah, but we'll just keep going. I tell you what, Spencer Lindy woke up today probably bawling his eyes out, and then he came around to this afternoon, and then he's a very happy man again.
He definitely would be happy. Okay. Yeah. No, I was going to say something else, but no, I'll just leave it there.
But he's happy now. So it would have been, I don't know. I want the kickoff to stay, man.
I'm sure it will. You know what? I was thinking the other day, do you reckon there'll ever be a time in our near future that rugby league will end up every fucking player's going to have to wear headgear? Like the NFL?
Yeah, it could. Honestly, it could.
And it would be funny to see. Like,
it actually
every team would have their dedicated headgear like the NFL.
Yeah, wow. I haven't even thought of that. It could well and truly in 10, 15 years' time could be the thing.
Maybe it's just, even the headgears will have more padding so they're a bit thicker.
Well, have you seen the NFL ones at training? Where they wear the bigger, thicker ones over the helmet. Yeah. That could happen. It's
I don't think they'll have fucking metal helmets, but
no, they won't have metal helmets, but
because then we'll need pads.
Yeah, then we need pads and something to change everything. But the headgears, but I don't think statistically headgears actually help much.
No, but it's just more the politics around it.
Yeah,
looks good.
Yeah, better for the if.
How'd you get brain damage? We gave you headgear to wear.
Literally, what are you?
Science
making?
In this? It stops head knocks.
We gave you a headgear. Are you kidding me?
No more cut heads either.
Yeah,
no more blood.
No blood.
We want blood.
Oh, you can still get blood with a headgear on. Don't you worry about that.
Just on the face.
Just the eyebrows, stuff like that.
The places you don't want it.
The places you don't want it, yeah. It's actually crazy how easy they slice themselves open on their heads and stuff.
Lindsay Collins on the weekend?
Yeah. Fuck, he needs a break. I think Mick Ennis was saying it a couple of times. He needs to put his feet up. He does need to put his feet up.
He just got fucking clotheslined.
Yeah.
So much during that series.
Literally. Right, let's get into pack championships. Obviously, Australia taking it out. Too good.
Yep.
Too good. Did you watch both the games?
I think I watched the Aussies majority of it.
Yeah.
And New Zealand when I was in and out.
Yeah, okay. So I was in the depth of my hangover.
So you had KFC?
No, I didn't have KFC. I got my sister to bring me over a chocolate McFlurry, which was huge.
DoorDashed or?
Like, did I DoorDash?
No, did you get your sister to DoorDash for you?
No. Like her to work.
Just pick it up for you?
Yeah, she picked it up for me and dropped it off, which was very nice of her.
Shout out Georgia.
The Australia, too good. who was your Tommy Dearden, bro?
Fucking big
What
boy.
an absolute weapon, eh?
Yeah. It's going to be interesting next year.
Yeah, well, injuries always happen. And it's easy to be like, oh, I don't know if he's going to make it. Munster's going to come back. But someone's always injured. It's so rare that you get to the end of the year and the international teams are 1 to 17 full strength. It just never happens. So
it's, I don't know. He played so good you can't drop him.
no, you can't. Would he be valuable on the bench, but it's so difficult.
I think he could definitely defend because he can fucking whack.
Well, because you see sort of Birdo, he would have played like 20 minutes the whole series. He was on the bench, but he played like 20 minutes the whole series. So
I think Birdo is more suited for that lock because he's a bit bigger.
Yeah, but they just never played him. Yeah. So it's weird. I don't know what they do with Dearden, but...
I reckon he'll be in the 17 for Origin for sure. I think he might be
yeah.
And then either KP or Walsh is going to have to miss out then, I guess.
Yeah, very true.
You can't have both of them because then you got like fucking Tino coming back.
Yeah.
Hopefully Flegler.
Someone's always injured. But actually, I saw Flegler on the weekend.
Did ya?
He was at the races.
Did you ask him?
Didn't speak to him. I called out to him and he was getting photos in the member section and he didn't reply to us.
Good thing he left him alone, man.
It's actually probably good he didn't come speak to me because the conversation could have gone anywhere. Probably was.
It could have been the risk of the jeopardy of the podcast.
Yeah, it could have been just the risk of my life. I don't know, but I don't think I wouldn't have said anything bad, but I feel like he would have regretted coming over and speaking to me and my friends after 7 hours of drinking at the end of a races day where you're standing in the sun all day. I think he would have regretted that.
Yeah, it could have went both ways. Could have been like, fuck, I'm definitely not going on their podcast.
Yeah.
Or it would have been a great yarn when he does come on the podcast.
Yeah, very true. Well, I'm sure when he does come on one day, Tom Flegler, and Tom Gilbert as well, you can come on as well. We'd love to have...
all the Toms. Tom did and Tom Terojbij.
Tom Gilbert, Tom Flegler. I just love that
Toms
shit.
are very valuable, aren't they?
They are. Can't go wrong with a Tom.
No. You always got to have a Tom in your life.
Yeah. I don't have a Tom in my
I've
life.
got a few Toms and they're all good, great blokes.
I don't have any Toms, I don't think.
You don't?
Nah.
Jeez, I can think of one right now. That's very rude of you. He's going to feel disrespected. That is very rude of you,
Fuck
mate.
off. Are you lying?
I'm taking the piss.
I was going to say, I actually don't think I have any mates named
I'm
Tom.
sure you would.
Shout out Tom. Anyways, what about... Obviously, Australia too good. What do you think of Tonga?
I thought they were very, very good, mate.
Very, very good. I have something to say, though, about our friend Isaiah Katoa from the Dolphins.
Don't fucking be negative,
No,
mate.
I'm going to be a little bit negative here.
I'll play devil's advocate.
I love him, and he's going to be so good, and he would have learnt so much from that. But there was just some times where I'm like, he just made a massive error, like kicking it dead.
Because he's young.
Yeah, I know.
That's the answer.
I know, it is.
Look
it
at
is
go look at Nathan Cleary when he was young.
Yeah.
These are exactly the same conversations we're having around Nathan Cleary.
We're having some technical difficulties today. The camera keeps cutting out, but we're going to continue to speak and we're going to continue to do it to a greatest of our abilities. We were talking about Isaiah Katoa and how Nathan Cleary used to get yelled at for his injuries.
Yelled at for his injuries?
Yelled at for his mistakes.
His performances.
But now I was just saying that Isaiah Katoa, I came in with a negative attitude and you turned into a positive attitude.
Yes.
So
that's what we do here, mate.
That's why you're the greatest ambassador for the Redcliffe Dolphins of all time.
Yeah. Dolphins at the moment.
The Dolphins.
Talking about them, mate.
Dolphins.
Them jerseys, froth.
Very nice.
Just clean.
Yeah, they are nice. They're the best
clean
ones. And I like how they're just going back to red. They didn't like the...
I love the gold trimming, but like they kept the gold there.
Just that little bit, which is nice.
There's too many just red teams. There's no red and gold. It's like the 49ers kind of, eh?
Yeah, it is a little bit actually. Yeah. Or the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Oh, 49ers, yellow.
49ers.
Yeah, but the red
must have an
Chiefs.
attraction to red and gold.
Yeah, you're a big red guy.
Yeah.
Big red guy. The Parramatta one was nice too.
Yep, not bad.
Yellow one was good.
For my teams.
I
would have loved to, I know where you're at, Dolphins, you don't really care about the small people, like talking about us.
Yeah.
Small in height and also podcast popularity. But, a reply on the Instagram would have been lovely.
Would have been great.
I shouted out to you. I gave you your props.
Like that makes our week. Makes our week.
For sure. We gave you your props. You didn't answer.
Gave us nothing.
No.
We weren't hoping for free jerseys at all, were we?
No, we weren't.
We weren't.
With
But
our name and number on the back, but could be something in the future.
Just give me a Plat 13.
Oh, yeah.
Just give me a Plat 13.
I want a hammer one. Actually, maybe Katoa 7.
Yeah. We should get every single Dolphins player and take them to a custom-made shop and get their name and number on the back.
I reckon they need to start selling.
Oh, they do. They do.
I reckon.
It would go off.
Even though like sometimes they're not playing that number, but just KP one, Walsh one. You know what I mean? Like
it'd go off, wouldn't it?
There'd be so much more money in it.
Yeah. I don't know why they don't. It's the sponsors. That's why.
Yeah. But
so I don't know how much more money would be in it.
See, the main sponsor for the Dolphins there, I forget what it was called.
Yeah.
They had the tape out, the weed.
Yeah.
It's not on there anymore.
Not on there. Yeah, wonder why. Right, let's get into... Oh, there's a couple of people here. I tell you what, the Penrith Panthers, they lose people and they replace them with juniors that are just the next big thing. And this kid, Casey McLean, not sure how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
But he obviously played a couple of games last year and there was heaps of raps around him. Like, we've heard heaps about him. But I tell you what, he just re-emphasised that he's going to be a fucking problem, like a really big problem.
Oh, he did it so careless too, by the looks of it.
Dead set. Some of his movements. And I know PNG's not obviously a top tier nation, but he's versing grown men, and the fact he's 18 doing that stuff is actually ridiculous.
It's his first game. He played, I think it was like 5 NRL games before it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Stephen Crichton clone. Literally a Stephen Crichton clone.
He's got to build into his... I reckon he's going to be bigger than Crichton. Once you get a bit of muscle on there.
Could be, for sure. And his brother, apparently his brother's better.
He
just hasn't had the opportunities. Yeah, older brother.
Oh, really?
He just hasn't had the Jesse.
Okay.
Just hasn't had the opportunities as much as Casey. So, they're going to be some problems, but that's Penrith for you, I guess. Yeah. Shout out to you, Casey.
Good to see SJ carve up in his last game.
Yeah, it was great. Soft spot. I feel like it was a very long goodbye tour, though.
Yeah, well, actually...
He does deserve it, but I feel like it rubbed off the authenticity of him, of saying goodbye to him, because he kept doing it, you know? I
don't know if... I have 2% of me have a thought of him not retiring. Because, his podcast he's got?
Yeah.
He was talking about how, like, Roosters and... I forget who the other team was. Offered him a contract, and he's like, I just can't see myself winning a premiership with another colours.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem right on me.
Yeah.
I can only win the comp in the Warriors.
Yeah.
And he looks at the camera.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's a bit sus, but...
Shawnee loves dropping hints. The other guy, probably turning into my favourite short boy, apart from Trey Fuller, is Keanu Kinney.
Oh, yeah.
And we were just talking in the green room that a year and a half ago it was who's going to be the fullback, Jaden Campbell, AJ Brimson. I'll tell you what, it's neither of them. It's KK next year.
Oh, it's KK for sure.
KK for sure. And every time he touched the ball, every single Papua New Guinean in Papua New Guinea or out of Papua New Guinea would have nearly had an anxiety attack, because he looked like he was going to do something, and he did do things special. He did do special things nearly every time he touched the ball.
He's got everything, that kid.
Absolute freak.
He's got the superstardom,
you
could say, and the 1%ers, the effort areas.
Yeah, I'd nearly say, this is bold take, his effort areas are better than Reece Walsh. Is that bold?
Nah.
You don't reckon?
Nah.
You start a new club tomorrow, who you picking at fullback?
Oh, I'd probably lean towards Walsh, just because his off-field fame he has.
Bit of star power about the kid, eh?
People want to come play with Walsh.
But in terms of playing ability?
And sell tickets. They're probably even.
Okay.
I think so. I think they're very even.
Phone calls now too. Right.
Everyone just leave us alone. Fuck me.
Jeez, we get it.
Because we're doing the potty bit early today.
Yeah, we are. They're not used to it. But anyways, do you have anything else to talk
about? Actually, I've got a mood killer, mate.
What is it?
You know when you're on a single road and there's a car approaching you, and, you get off the road because you're going to think they're going to get off the road, but they stay in the middle of the road. Do you feel... I feel like such a little person. I feel so...
Can you explain that again?
So you're on a single road, right?
Yeah.
No, there's no lanes or anything, right? A car's approaching you.
Yeah.
But you get off the side of the road a little bit, and they're meant to get off the side of the road a little bit.
This is real Woodford area, is this?
Yeah. So you're both equal.
You don't get this up the coast.
You're both equal, right?
Yeah.
But no, that car stays in the middle of the lane.
Yeah, it does.
I feel like a small person. I feel shit.
Yeah.
Like you think you're better than me.
But your car, surely you're not moving off. Your car's be 10 times bigger than everyone else's, man.
If I knew they weren't going to move off, I wouldn't move off. But I think...
You're trying to do the mutual thing and expect them to do the same. Yep. So then it's just a mutual 50-50. No one's better than anyone else. Nah. But they see you go off and go, oh, he's a little bitch.
Same thing walking.
Yeah.
You both get off the side
of
the footpath. Yeah. But one person stays in the middle of the footpath, you feel like, oh, hey, they think they're better than you.
Yeah.
You feel small inside.
Some people just probably go around just wanting to make people feel like that, eh? It's where we live in.
Yeah, I'm not going to, yeah, definitely. A lot of fucking wankers out there.
Yeah.
For sure, definitely.
Righto.
Mate, aren't you going down the Gold Coast?
Going to the Gold Coast tomorrow. Going to see Pearl Jam.
Ooh.
Going to be a great concert. Should be raining apparently, so not sure what I think about that.
Yeah.
But
Did you see Tate McRae's
yeah,
got cancelled?
hopefully Pearl Jam doesn't get cancelled. There'll be a lot of 40-year-old grown men just bawling their eyes out.
Oh.
A lot of divorced Aussie dads will be crying if Pearl Jam gets cancelled tomorrow. They'll be bawling their eyes out.
At least will be crying together.
We will be.
Yeah.
Brothers in arms.
That's the type of
Respect
shit.
to the boys.
Fucking oath.
Right, big great out there and big great at it, man. See you later.